welcome to Fort Wayne Comet Hockey here on Xfinity, brought to you by Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. I am your play-by-play announcer, Shane Albahrani, and alongside me tonight is my broadcast partner, Komets President Michael Franke. And tonight we have got the Fort Wayne Komets taking on the Toledo Walleye. Well, Michael, Komets in a little bit of a slump. For losers of 5 out of 6 games. And one name that seems to be absent a lot from the scoring sheet is Brett Smith. Smith seems to be in the biggest slump of all. Hasn't scored a goal since November 7th, and he's only had 1 point since that time as well.
Yeah, Brett is definitely struggling right now, and he had some pretty serious flu symptoms about a week and a half ago, and I know he was very tired for about a week and a half, so we'll have to see how the 3 games and 3 nights works for Brett Smith tonight, but the Komets definitely need him to put some points on the board.
And looking at the other side of the ice, the Toledo Walleye going in the opposite direction. They are winners of 5 of their last 6. They had their modest 3-game winning streak snapped last night in Cincinnati, but a big part of this mild winning streak for the Walleye has been their goaltender, Jordan Pierce. And Pierce, who is on a 4-game winning streak himself, so he's been a big part of that. And he beat the Komets 2-1 just 8 days ago, and that was a game, Michael, where the Komets didn't make Pierce work a whole lot.
No, they didn't. Pierce, of course, is property of the Detroit Red Wings, and very good goaltender, and they've got a lot of goaltending in Detroit in their system right now, and he seems to be the #1 guy for the Walleye, and he's done a great job, and they're now doing well.
Pierce, 29 saves in that win here at the Coliseum just 8 days ago, and he will be matched on the other side of the ice by Charlie Effinger. Effinger is 2-0 against the Walleye this year, but this is his first start against Toledo here at home. And Charlie Effinger, of course, coming over from the CHL. He is having an outstanding first year in the ECHL, but Charlie is on an 0-2 run, Michael, and he hasn't played here at home a whole lot.
No, he hasn't, and he's faced a lot of shots in the games that he has played. One of the things that looking at the score sheets from the last few games, Fort Wayne's been in the penalty box a lot the last few games, and that puts a lot of pressure on the goaltenders, and we'll see how it all shapes up here tonight. Charlie, a big goalie, veteran goalie. Fort Wayne needs him to come up big tonight.
And we will be back with the face-off. You are watching Fort Wayne Comet Hockey here on Xfinity.
Holidays are a time to look back. The Jeep Big Finish event celebrates just how far we've come with Jeep Grand Cherokee, 4x4 of the decade Jeep Wrangler, and Jeep Liberty. Our family has grown over the years, but we've always stayed true to our roots, so you can stay true to yours. Get great deals now at the Jeep Big Finish event.
Well-qualified current lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $259 a month.
Bill Jr. took a tumble, so we're waiting for him to cry.
It's like AT&T DSL. Same old internet speed, so you're always waiting for that loading bar. Wait for it.
Oh, honey, it's okay. Who's my big boy?
Me. I'm your big boy.
Go way faster than AT&T with Xfinity from Comcast, the nation's fastest internet provider according to PC Mag. For a great offer, call 1-800-XFINITY.
It's been a big year at Chrysler, and a year this big deserves a big finish. Get a great deal at the Chrysler Big Finish event. Get $3,500 total cash allowance or 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash on the 2013 Chrysler 200 sedan.
Back live at the Memorial Coliseum, getting ready for face-off between the 9-7-1 Toledo Walleye and the 8-6-1 Fort Wayne Komets. Shane Albahrani with you. Alongside me is Michael Franke. We will have the call for you here momentarily as we will take a look at our starting lineups for this evening's contest, starting with the visiting Toledo Walleye. They're going to put on defense number 4, Phil Orskovic, and followed by center Joey Martin. Willie Coetzee, the right wing, gets the nod. Max Campbell, the center. Cody Lample on the other side of defense, and a right winger Travis Novak. And the starting goaltender tonight is, of course, Jordan Pierce. As for the Fort Wayne Komets, Coach Al Sims, he is going to put the line of Scott Kishel, Brandon Marino, Tyler Butler, Brett Smith, and John Michael Risk. And your goaltender is Charlie Eppinger. And Michael, you alluded a little bit to the penalty trouble the Komets have been having, and Al Sims shook things up the other night, Thanksgiving night, mixing up the lines, and that seemed to work a little bit. But that first period against Kalamazoo, everyone was kind of skating around, not sure what to think of each other, but then they clicked in the second period.
Right, I think once Fort Wayne got down a couple of goals in the second period, they picked it up, and I think those lines started to click. Last night in Kalamazoo, Fort Wayne gave up 3 goals in 3 minutes and 19 seconds in the third period, and a 2-2 game went to a 5-2 game, which is the way it ended up in favor of Kalamazoo. So, there's those lapses that Fort Wayne's been having this year, and that has caused Coach Al Sims to lose even more hair than he already has.
Komets 4-4 at home, and this is kind of an important game because after this, the Komets go on the road for a very long time. They won't be back here to the Coliseum until the 12th, and they're going to play some very tough teams, including Gwinnett, who is going to be 2 games there next week.
Yes, Gwinnett, 2 games next week, and then the following weekend, Fort Wayne will travel down to Orlando for 3 games. So 5 in a row on the road, and this is a big game for Fort Wayne. Big game for Toledo. You know, the division is very, very close. So even Evansville, who has struggled out of the gate this year, is really not that far off the pace. So no one's run away with the division, and that has worked well for the Fort Wayne Komets and the Toledo Walleye this year.
I mentioned that the Komets are losers of 5 of their last 6, and most importantly, those 5 losses all came against conference opponents Toledo, Evansville, and Kalamazoo. Fort Wayne coming in 3rd game in 3 nights, coming off the loss last night in Kalamazoo. And right now they're 5-4 in November, and it's kind of a weird month, Michael. You look at the history of this team going back the last 12 years. November has been a iffy month for this club. It's kind of a weird thing. I don't know what's the November lull. It seems like this team seems to hit a rut every November.
You know, you're right. It's like the November blues. It's been happening and for a number of years, and it's kind of hard to figure out, especially when you have a number of guys coming back each year. So, but one thing that's going to be a key tonight is Toledo's defense is pretty. They do well offensively. They have 34 total points coming into tonight's game as defensemen, whereby the Komets defensemen only have 24 points coming into tonight's game. So the Toledo back line really sets things up for the guys up front, and Toledo comes in here tonight also the least penalized team in the league. So it should be a relatively fight-free game tonight, although you never know with these 2 rivals.
And we are set and ready to go for face-off between the Komets and the Toledo Walleye. It's going to be John Michael Risk to start things off for the Komets. And he is going to stand in there with Max Campbell. Campbell wearing 19. Goes 6 foot, 185 pounds, 23 years old. And this Toledo team is a very young team. And we've also noticed they're not exactly as quick as most people thought. Coach Nick Verducci was actually playing only 1 defenseman out there against some of the Komet top lines last time out.
Well, he obviously has seen something.
And we are underway. Here is Tyler Butler. He is going to dump it into the Walleye zone. Cody Lample runs it down. He gets checked in the corner by Risk. Now it's a pile up in the corner, and it comes out to Smith. Smith checked there by Campbell, and it comes up top to the point. Here's Kishel with a drive and a save to Jordan Pierce. And the one thing the Komets didn't do in that last win against Toledo, there's two ways, sure ways to score against a goaltender. Get them moving side to side or get bodies in front of them, and that's something they didn't do last time.
No, and that's been kind of a bugaboo of the team all season long, and you've got to put traffic in front of any goalie.
And here's the face-off in the Toledo zone. It comes out to Butler. He dumps it in behind the net where it's played there by Fournier, who was just added to the roster this week. And now here's Toledo behind their own net. They're going to bring it out. Here's Lampo with it. Lampo gets it to the blue line, gets it knocked down by Marino. Marino's checked there. Puck comes out loose to center ice, where the Walleye knock it down, and Coetzee sends it in. Effinger comes out of the crease and will play it. And it goes around back in to the corner. Here's Max Campbell with it, trying to center it up, knocks it off the side of the cage, and it rolls into the corner where the Komets pick it up. Here's Smith, cross rink pass to Risk. Risk is going to backhand it, and the Komets are going to get a change. Both teams change up lines as the Walleye have possession of the puck. It's Kyle Rogers, and here we go. It's Daniel Maggio going to square up with Joey Ryan right at center ice.
Wow, we didn't see this one coming, did we?
And we talked about a relatively fight-free game, and look at these two going at it. Maggio gets in a right, Ryan another right, and now they tie it up. And now look at Maggio with the uppercuts and the crosses. Maggio hammering away at Ryan, and then Ryan with a haymaker. They're going back and forth along the near boards.
Somebody's going to take one of those, and we're going to be picking them off the ice. And I think it's going to be the Toledo player right now.
And Maggio, I think he got the best of that fight against Joey Ryan.
Absolutely. Ryan came into the game tonight with only 7 penalty minutes, so not exactly a Herculean penalty guy, but that was his second fight of the season, but not what we expected.
So right now we are scoreless with 8:47 to go here in the first period, and we're going to have some penalties handed out. We're going to have 2 fighting majors, one to Maggio and the other one to Ryan. And over the last thing, oh sorry, Michael.
He saw those gloves out on the ice, and I couldn't figure out what was going on because they both skated around towards center ice. I think the boxing lights were going to come on, but I thought somebody was injured at first.
Well, we talked about all the penalty trouble the Komets have been having, and over those last 6 games where the penalty bug has bit them, they've only had 3 majors, 2 of those fighting.
Yes.
So 33 minors in all of that mess over the last 6 games.
I think we're going to have 5 minutes each. We'll see.
For the Komets, number 9, Daniel Maggio, 5 minutes fighting and a game misconduct for removing his equipment.
Oh, and Maggio is going to get a game.
Yeah.
He gets the gate for the 2nd game in a row against Toledo. He got a game misconduct for a cross-check in the 2nd period of that game 8 days ago, and Maggio is out again, so that's 1 D-man down for Coach Al Sims.
Now, apparently, he took a piece of equipment off or something like that during the fight, which is not allowed, so Fort Wayne will be down a D-man the rest of the night.
Face-off in the neutral zone, and Toledo has it. Here's Kyle Rogers bringing it up the ice. He is going to dish it off. Here's a shot. Effinger makes his first save of the night, and he is going to cover it up.
Yeah, the goal judge turned the red light on down there. I think he was just making sure it was working tonight. Because that was nowhere near going in.
No, it wasn't. So that's not going to register as a shot on goal, but it was a shot towards the net.
The red light does work, though.
And here's the face-off in the Komet zone to the right of Effinger. It's picked up by the Komets. It's Hoban. He sends it up the boards. Toledo holds it in. Here's a shot. Save to Effinger. And here's Kaylee Schrock. Schrock digs it out. He is leading the break. Over to Hoban on the left side. Here's a wrister. And a shot made by Pierce. A loose puck right in front of the net. And it comes out to the Walleye. Here's Andre Nestrasil, the Detroit prospect, bringing it out for Toledo. Here's a cross-rink pass, and here's a wrister in on Effinger. He sticks it aside. It goes in the corner. Nestrasil runs it down. Now it comes up top, poked away by the Komets and out to center ice.
Good play by the third line for Fort Wayne with Hoban, Schrock, and Thorne.
Now the Komets control the puck in their own end as we are skating evenly here. Now the Toledo Walleye gain the zone. Here's a shot on Effinger. Centering pass and a score.
poor defensive play in the Fort Wayne zone there as the forwards lost the winger, and Effinger went down, and the right winger slid the puck right out front, and the goal scorer had an empty net to put it in.
That was an easy bing play for Toledo. McTerry Broadhurst is going to pick up the goal, and the Walleye lead it with 17:37 to go in the first period. Now we face things off back at center ice. Here's Colin Chalk with it. He battles it along the far boards with Brian Frazee. Now it comes up, and the Komets have it again. Into the zone, now a cross rink pass picked up by Beauregard. Now it comes up top of the blue line, and back come the Walleye. Racing in is Fournier, again a new arrival to the Walleye this week. He dumps it into the corner, and it goes along the far boards. Here's a shot, and Effinger makes the save.
Well, you hit it right. It was Broadhurst with the goal. We haven't picked up on the assist yet, but he definitely scored the goal, and that's going to be one of the easier ones he'll ever pick up.
There's one thing about Charlie Effinger's game that has changed since coming to the ECHL. You noticed last year, a lot of the goaltenders in the CHL left a lot of rebounds, including Charlie, and he has really changed that part of his game.
Yes, and you have to. With the speed of the game, you really have to. You could not fault him on that. There was really nothing he could do to stop that. It was just a total Fort Wayne breakdown in the defensive zone.
Now the face-off is going to go outside the Komet blue line, and it's going to be a risk to take it with Max Campbell. And the face-off goes to the Walleye. Here's Phil Rauch with it. He goes up along the boards, and Effinger comes out to play it. He swings it over to Kishel. Kishel along the far boards, tries to get it out of the zone and does. Here's Risk at center ice, sends it over to Marino. Marino trying to stay on sides, but backhands it into the corner. And it's a run down by Ben Youds. Youds cycles it around, and it comes up top and out of the Toledo zone.
2-on-1.
Komets get back on defense. Here is Martin. Martin, he is going to give up the puck to Brett Henley, and Henley's going to flip it out and all the way down. And that's going to draw the icing, so we will skate down to the other end and do it again.
Yeah, very, very sloppy play for the Komets so far in this game. Toledo seems to have gotten off the bus well tonight. They have a very good road record, very similar to the Komets. They don't play as well at home as they do on the road, which is kind of perplexing.
Here's a face-off to the left of Effinger. It's won by the Komets. Henley swings it around the boards, picked up by Marino. Here's Marino in to the neutral zone. He is going to backhand it deep into the Toledo zone, and the Komets will change it up. Here's Oreskovic behind the net, looking to bring it out as we come up on 16:03 to go here in the first period. Walleye lead it 1-0. Now the Walleye get it into neutral ice along the Komet blue line and tipped in. Here's Butler to run it down. Butler behind the net. Cross rink pass, and now it's going to be picked off. The interception by number 18, Randy Rao. Here's a shot, and Effinger makes the save.
You look at the Toledo scoring so far this year, their leading scorer coming into the game is Willie Coetzee, and he, of course, is another Red Wing product. Grand Rapids in the American League, who is the affiliate of the Toledo Walleye, they're leading their division, and they are just loaded with players right now due to the NHL lockout.
And here's the face-off in the Komet zone. Here's Gabe Getzel. He is going to move it out to Beauregard, and Chalk now has it as he goes in deep into the Toledo corner. Now tied up down low. Chalk is fighting for it. It comes out. It is hit by Frazee. Frazee is going to take it out for the Walleye. He outlet passes it over to Broadhurst. Broadhurst, his pass is knocked away as they gain the zone. Here's Glendenning. Glendenning along the far boards, avoids a check from Britton. And now he centers it up right in front of the net. Here's a shot. A pad save for Effinger. Still loose, and Effinger covers it up.
Fort Wayne very weak in the defensive zone here in the first 5 minutes of the period. Kind of just using their sticks, trying to swat the puck away, and not taking the body on the Toledo forwards.
So another save to Effinger. He has got 5 tonight. Komets only have 2 shots on goal. And here's the face-off. Dumped out of the Komet zone. by Smith, and it's a run down by Ben Youds. Youds up along the far boards, trying to get in the common zone, knocked away by Smith again. Here's a backhand pass out to Marino. Marino over the line. He gets it poke checked away, and back come the Walleye. Here's Joey Martin. He gets it into the zone, goes deep into the corner, being guarded by Risk. Now a cross-court pass. Here is Campbell with a shot. Tried to hit the corner, and he missed it. Now it goes back up top. Now down low in front of the net again. Here's Coetzee. In front, tipped in front, and it goes wide. Now along the near boards, and it pops out to center to neutral ice. Where again, Frazee is going to run it down. Now it's Campbell. Campbell's pass poked away and into the neutral zone once again. Marino can't run it down, and the Walleye are able to send it down deep into the Komet zone, and Effinger is going to knock it behind the net. Here's Butler. Butler holds his man Kyle Rogers behind the net as the puck squirts loose. Now it's along the near boards. Now back into the corner as we hit 3:53 to go here in the first period. Now Butler again in the corner, looking to flip it out, and he does. Gets it to the red line where Schrock is there. Schrock is cut off, and he can't get into the corner. Now Schrock again shows the hustle, gets in deep. Now fighting for the puck with two members of the Walleye, and it's sent all the way around by Hoban. Now it's Thorne in there for the Komets. He battles it out with Kyle Rogers. Deep in the corner, it's Thorne with it. Tries to cycle it around. It's picked up by Hoban. Hoban being checked tightly by Rogers, trying to go up top, and the Walleye intercept the pass. There's Max Campbell over the blue line and into the corner. Gabe Getzel gets checked off the play, and now it goes out to Hoban. Hoban with the backhand, and back come the Komets. Here is Kaylee Schrock. Schrock along the near boards. He flips it all the way in. Pierce is going to glove it down. He's going to play it. And he sends it into the corner where it is picked up by Cody Lample. Lample checked by Britton. Now here is Chalk trying to help out. And it's along the far board, still loose. Beauregard now comes in. And it comes into the corner and chipped out. No, it's held in by the Komets. And here's a shot. It is wide of the net, and it goes all the way to the opposite side.
Good pressure by Fort Wayne on that shift.
Now the Komets get it deep into the Walleye zone again. Only 2 shots on net for the K's so far in this one. As it goes off a Beauregard stick and into the Toledo zone. Lample swings it around, trying to hit Fournier. Fournier now a cross-ring pass kept in by Butler. Here's a shot, and off the blocker it goes. And it's picked back up by the Walleye. 3-on-2 as they break the other way. Here's Broadhurst with it in front of the net. Here's his backhand. Rebound is no good. Off to the side.
Fort Wayne lucked out on that one as that puck was right in the crease.
Now the Komets try and clear it out, and they do. Here is Smith. Smith over to Risk. And the Komets will change it up as they send it deep into the Walleye zone. Here's Broadhurst. Now he's going to send it cross-rink where it's gloved down by Schrock. And Schrock is going to chip it in. Now the puck is knocked out. Henley is there for the Komets. He dumps it off the boards, and a backhand by Hoban. And now the Walleye possess it yet again with 11:20 to go here in the first. Ben Youds with it over the line. Here's a backhand pass intercepted by Thorne. Thorne is checked off the play. Now it's 2-on-2. Here's a shot missed wide of the net. Henley picks it up. Henley along the far boards out to center ice off of a stick and into the Toledo zone. Pierce knocks it out of there. And the Komets just cannot get anything going offensively.
Well, they're coming in now.
Here's Chalk with the wrister. Pierce the save. In front, it's loose, and it comes out, and it's cleared out by Toledo.
Fort Wayne in the offensive zone, they're having a hard time connecting passes and trying to be too cute in the offensive zone.
Now the Komets, here is Chalk with the shot. It is tipped, didn't get in on the goaltender, and it's cleared out by Joey Martin. Martin along the near boards over the blue line, and it rolls to Effinger, and a cover-up, and we'll get a face-off in the Komet zone.
Toledo's really taking the play for most of the period to Fort Wayne, skating hard. As we mentioned earlier, there are very good road team.
We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to Komet Hockey on Xfinity.
The Dodge Big Finish event is going to make the season even brighter with Dodge Charger and its 31 mpg highway, Dodge Journey, the most versatile crossover in its class, and Dodge Grand Caravan, the most awarded best-selling minivan ever. Let's see the neighbors compete with that. Get great deals now at the Dodge Big Finish event.
Well-qualified current lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on Journey SXT front-wheel drive for $199 a month.
It only happens once a year, and you can get deals like these at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep. The Big Finish is big, really big. Save up to $4,200 on a Chrysler 200. The new Dodge Dart gets 41 miles per gallon and has a lease payment of only $199 per month. Get up to $10,000 in total savings on a 2012 Ram 1500 Crew Bighorn 4x4. Save even more by getting a minimum of $3,000 for your trade during the Big Finish at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep under the giant American flag and online at glenbrookdodge.com.
Back live at the Memorial Coliseum, Shane Albahrani with you. Alongside me is Michael Franke. The Fort Wayne Komets trail this one 1-0 to the Toledo Walleye. We got 10:19 to go in the first period, and here's a face-off in the Komet zone. Hoban tries to control it in the corner, and it comes all the way out to the other side where the Walleye hold it in. Now here's a shot in on Effinger. It is knocked down by Butler. Still can't clear it out of the zone. Hoban with it again. It goes up top. Here's Lampel. Cross-ring pass. Right in front. Here's Nestoril. Andre Nestoril now backs up. Here's a wrister, and it's poked away by Effinger and in to the net.
If you notice, Toledo in the offensive zone, they always have two guys down low, two guys off to the corner of the crease, creating traffic out in front of the goaltender, and that ties up your two defensemen, which makes it very, very difficult, and the forwards really have to work hard in the defensive zone if you're going to stymie the Walleye.
Face off in the Komet zone, and is controlled by Fort Wayne. Gensel is going to dump it all the way down. Pierce thought about playing it. He comes out. It's a shot, and it's knocked down by Pierce, and it comes all the way down, and it's going to be an icing on Toledo.
Fort Wayne, up to this point, has only had 4 shots on goal, and most of them have been very easy for Pierce to see. And as you mentioned earlier, he's the type of goaltender, like any goaltender, if you're going to solve him, you got to get him moving back and forth, and you got to have some traffic out in front of the net. So far, Fort Wayne's not doing that.
Here's a face-off in the Walleye zone. It's won by the Komets. Here's Marino behind the net trying to tuck it in. Couldn't control the puck. Now a shot knocked down by Pierce, and he hangs on. And that will bring another face-off. Well, the Walleye, of course, an affiliate of both Toledo and Chicago. Both of their goaltenders are sent down from Chicago and Detroit. Kent Simpson is the backup goaltender. He's Chicago property. And Jordan Pierce is really part of a big lot of Detroit young goaltenders.
Including Peter Mirzak, who was Detroit's #1 choice a couple years ago. So they're loaded in goaltending.
Here's Risk behind the net. Phil Rouse tries to check him off the puck. Risk keeps control of it. He goes all the way around into the high slot. Now he's going to dump it into the corner. Now it comes out to Marino. Marino's pass is intercepted. Back comes Broadhurst and the Walleye.
One too many passes for Fort Wayne.
Broadhurst off the boards, and now it's picked up by Gensel. Gensel sends it across the rink for Marino. Marino tries to knock it out of the air as he gets his pocket picked by Broadhurst, and back come the Walleye. They gain the zone. Into the corner goes number 11. That's Nestrasil. And check that. That's Broadhurst with it again. He is going to backhand it, and it's picked up by Colin Chalk in the corner. Chalk trying to move it out and gets it out to center ice. Getzel cannot keep it in as it goes up into the Komet bench, and now we've got a little extra activity after the whistle.
Well, I'll tell you what happened there. It was on the far board, and Chalk was on the far board, and the Toledo winger, I think it's the new guy, Travis Novak, kind of face-washed him a little bit, and Colin Chalk took exception to it, so we'll see if there's any penalties. It does not appear that there will be.
Here's the replay of it. Colin Chalk, he got a kind of an extra hit there by Novak, and Chalk retaliates, and yep, gives him a little dirty leather to smell, and that's what started the fracas. But no penalties are going to come out of that, as we're down to 8:22 to go here in the first period. Walleye lead it 1-0. Faceoff is at center ice. Colin Chalk takes it. He sends it over to Tyler Butler. Butler over to Nicollet and into the Toledo zone, but it's turned right back the other way. Komets stay on sides momentarily. Here's Chalk, and it's poke checked away. Max Campbell that time got a hold of it, and the Komets send it all the way down. Komets again just dumping it and just trying to chase it down with a Walleye right there. Here's Joey Martin over the blue line, over to Campbell. He can't control it along the far boards, and it comes all the way out and all the way down into the Toledo zone. Ben Youds with it, off of Campbell and into the Comet zone where it's batted right back down by Gensel. Ben Youds runs it down for Toledo. He hits his own blue line and he goes off the stick of Joey Martin and deep into the Comet corner. Gensel loses his stick, and we are going to have our first minor of the night. It's going to go on Toledo. It's going to be slashing. So the Komets are going to get the first power play of the game.
It appears Gensel had his stick knocked out of his hand, and it will be 15 Coetzi from Toledo that's going to take two at 12 minutes 33 seconds. Slashing.
Coetzi, the leading scorer for the Walleye coming in tonight. He's going to sit down for two. Now the Komets go on the power play for the first time tonight.
Comet power play has struggled recently, and at 16.4%.
And they finally went 0 for 22 slump before the goal the other night against Kalamazoo on Thanksgiving. So Comet power play in a slump as well. Here's a shot by Nicollet. It is no good, and it's knocked away and all the way down into the Comet zone. Gensel is going to run it down as he stays out on the power play. Gensel now showing some speed as he backhands it across the blue line and into the corner. Here's Fournier along the near boards. He can't clear it. Here's Gensel. Gets it to Marino. Marino back into the corner. And here's Marino again. He's going to wrist it and knocked down by Fournier. And it goes into the corner and chipped out of the zone.
The Toledo defensemen are very big, 6'3", 6'4", and they have long reaches, and they were able to clear that puck out very easily.
Actually, Toledo as a team actually has 20 pounds on the Komets per player. Toledo averages 198. Now the Komets trying to set something up here on the power play. Down to 53 seconds on the man advantage. Here is Butler. Butler is going to swing it to Beauregard. Beauregard goes down low to Chalk. Now it goes up top again. Here's Butler. Butler cross-strength pass. Here's Gensel with a drive. It is no good. Wide of the net, and it goes all the way out of the zone. Butler has got to skate all the way down to retrieve it.
Well, if you notice on the power play, Fort Wayne did not have anyone set up in front of the net, and everybody was on the far board, and it makes it really easy to defend.
Now here's Butler with the wrister, and Pierce sucks that one right in and gets the easy whistle. And again, they're not putting anyone in front of the net, and Pierce is just able to center up and take those easy saves.
Yeah, he'll take those all night long, and those are easy ones. So, but when Fort Wayne is setting up the power play, they had the two D-men back way on the blue line, and then all the forwards were at different points along the sideboards and the backboard, and no one was out in front of the net, and you kind of take away your advantage.
Here's Gensel on the point, swings it over to Hoban. Here's a shot in front of the net. It's loose. Hoban picks it up, tries to go around, centers it up again, and it's knocked away by the Walleye. Henley keeps it in. Here's a slap shot. It's wide of the net, and it goes along the far or the near board. Schrocky picks it up. Now Schrock near the face-off dot, swings it down low to Hoban. Hoban behind the net. He swings it around, and here's Tyler Butler. Butler avoids one man, centers it up, and the Walleye are able to get it out of the zone. Here's Joey Martin with it, sends it down. Henley runs it down into the corner. He backhands it all the way out to the neutral zone. The penalty is over. We are back to skating 5-on-5. Joey Martin with it along the near boards. Riss tries to poke check it away. Riss slashes him, doesn't get the call. And it's going to be Butler behind the net. Butler's going to bring it out for Fort Wayne. Hits a Risk in stride over the red line. Gains the Toledo zone. Here's a pass and a wrister. Rebound left out in front, and it's picked up by Toledo. Butler misses a check, trying to keep the puck in the zone, and it goes down to Nicollet. Over to Smith. Smith knocks it down and gets it into the Toledo zone.
Pierce left a big rebound there.
Here's Nestoril. Nestoril now down low. Here's a wraparound, knocked away. And a shot on Effinger, loose in front, and another save by Effinger. Now here's Kishel with it. Kishel sends it out to the neutral zone. It's John Michael Risk. He chips it in, and the Komets change it up.
9-7, Toledo leading the shots on goal, 1-0 on the scoreboard.
But again, those 7 shots have been pretty easy saves for Pierce as we get an icing. And we're going to face it off in the Toledo zone.
Statistically speaking, you look at Toledo in the divisional setup. Of course, Fort Wayne and Toledo in the same division, so they've got 19 points. Fort Wayne has 17 coming into tonight's game. Fort Wayne is one of the teams that's played the least number of games in the league.
And that's seemed to have been a trend actually the past couple of years. You seem to pick up those games in March and April. Here's a shot by Shaw,
wow.
And what a save by Pierce.
Beautiful save by Pierce, good play. It was dug out by Beauregard behind the net.
So the Komets get their first real scoring chance. Pierce answers the call with a nice leg save. And now the Walleye trying to go back here on offense. They haven't had a shot on goal here in a few minutes.
Another ice.
As another icing is going to be called, we're going to go all the way down. Luke Glendenning runs it along. And Luke Glendenning actually has a little bit of history with one of the Komets, Kevin Ryder. Glendenning was on the University of Michigan team that lost to Ryder's University of Minnesota Duluth team in the NCAA championship 2 years ago.
That's right.
Now the faceoff goes into the corner. Fournier tries to dig it out for Toledo. He's in there with 2 Komets. It's Hoban and Schrock. Hoban cannot gain the puck, and Lample now digs it out, and it's sent into the neutral zone. Now up the near boards. Kishel can't control it. It bounces around, and it's finally corralled in by the Komets. Now Toledo holds it in. Here's a wrister, a shot, and a rebound in front, and it's picked up by the Komets. It's Thorne who swings it around, and he off a Schrock's stick and into the neutral zone.
Big rebound left by Effinger there, and thankfully for Fort Wayne, the Komet defenseman was able to clear the puck.
Down to 2:39 to go here in the first period. Walleye lead it 1-0 off of a goal from Terry Broadhurst. And we get an ice, and we are going to come down and face it off in the Komet zone.
10 shots on goal for the Walleye, 8 so far in the first period for Fort Wayne. I would say Toledo has definitely had the better scoring opportunities in this game. And Fort Wayne is going to miss Maggio's toughness on the defensive core, being thrown out of the game early.
Maggio tossed out of the game for not having his equipment tied on, or actually removing his equipment during a fight. So Maggio gets his second straight game misconduct against Toledo. And now the Komets skating a man short with 2:16 to go. They're down by 1 as Brandon Marino picks it up. And here's J.M. Risk now. He's going to wind up, and Pierce pulls it into the crest of his jersey, and an easy save.
Yeah, again, there's Fort Wayne coming in over the line, and instead of making a play, Risk just dropped his head and fired it on net. And when you put it up that high, it's going to be very easy for the goaltender to hang on to it. As you can see, the save basically hit the goalie right in the Toledo Walleye crest.
Risk to face it off for Fort Wayne. It goes in the corner. Marino can't get to it, and Gensel can't hold it in. And the Komets have to retreat back to their own zone. Now here is a cross-rink pass. Marino tries to hold it. He is checked from behind by Kyle Rogers, and the Walleye with a rip, and it's no good off to the side. It was blocked, actually. Now here's in front. They pull Effinger out. Here's a shot. It's no good. Second attempt by Nestoril. It hits the side of the cage.
I don't know what Charlie Effinger was doing there, but he was not in any position whatsoever to make a save.
Brent Henley now on his hands and knees tries to swipe it out of there, and he does, but they can't clear the zone. Henley without a stick. He is going to get the paw down and swing it around again, this time on the near boards where it's picked up by Risk. Here's Risk out to Brent Smith. 2-on-2 as they cross the blue line off of Risk's stick and into the corner. Down to 1:14 now to go in the first period. Here's Nestoril along the far boards. He can't clear it in front of the net. It's Beauregard, and the puck was rolling. He couldn't get a shot. Beauregard is hauled down. Referee doesn't make a call. Now here's Chalk behind the net. He tries to center it, and the only person there was Rauch. And he is going to control the puck. Now it goes over to 18. That's Randy Rao. Rao sends it into the Comet zone as we hit 45 seconds to go in the period.
Turnover.
Nestoril with the steal in front. It's Glendenning. Here's a shot, and it's wide.
That was a terrible defensive play by Fort Wayne. Effinger had no chance, but thankfully for the Fort Wayne Komets, that puck was shot wide.
That was Frazee with the shot. He missed it above the crossbar. And now Lample digs it out from behind his own net. He dumps it off the boards to Glendenning, and he sends it out to Frazee. Frazee over the blue line. Sends it over to Broadhurst, where it's picked up by the Komets. Nicollet gets it checked right in front of the Walleye bench as he loses the puck, and it goes deep into the Toledo zone. Here's Fournier with it. Fournier is going to send it down into the far corner, and the period is going to expire with the Walleye leading 1-0.
Well, it was kind of a up and down period. Not a lot of real good hockey played there in the first period, but Toledo got the big goal early on, and they lead it 1-0. 10 shots for Toledo, 9 for Fort Wayne.
And we'll be back in a moment. You're watching Comet Hockey on Xfinity.
Somebody's going to take one of those.
Shot on Effinger, centering pass, and a scope. Chalk trying to move it out, and does. Gets it out to center ice. In front, they pull Effinger out. Today's Fort Wayne Komets game is brought to you by Chrysler. It's been a big year at Chrysler. Get a great deal on the 2012 Chrysler Big Finish event. Chrysler, imported from Detroit. And by Ram, trucks that will pretty much haul anything with a legendary Hemi engine and durability that will go the distance. Guts, glory, Ram.
It only happens once a year, and you can get deals like these at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep. The Big Finish is big, really big. Save up to $4,200 on the Chrysler 200. The new Dodge Dart gets 41 miles per gallon and has a lease payment of only $199 per month. Get up to $10,000 in total savings on a 2012 Ram 1500 Crew Bighorn 4x4. Save even more by getting a minimum of $3,000 for your trade during the Big Finish at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep under the giant American flag and online at glenbrookdodge.com.
Well, it's that time of year again. Time to get a holiday deal on a Ram truck. A truck that will pretty much haul anything. With a legendary Hemi engine and proven durability that goes the distance. And while most families bring their tree to the house, Ram families bring their house to the tree. Get a great deal at the Ram Big Finish event.
Get $6,200 total values or 0% APR plus a down payment match up to $1,500 on the 2012 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
Stupid rain. Yeah, you know it does that.
You don't have Xfinity?
No.
Right.
So.
I can think of other ways we can entertain ourselves.
Oh yeah, that's on. Sure. Maybe we'll keep it higher.
No,
yeah,
that's
Ditch satellite for a better TV experience, rain or shine. Experience Xfinity. Sign up for a great offer today. Call 1-800-XFINITY.
Fans in chorus cheering on their team. 10 seconds to the cup. The Komets raising their sticks. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and they've done it. The Fort Wayne Komets have won the Ray Myron President's Cup as the champions of the Central Hockey League. Let the celebration begin at the Coliseum in Fort Wayne.
Live at the Memorial Coliseum, where the Komets trail 1-0 to the Toledo Walleye. Shane Albahrani with you. We are at the first intermission, and recently the Komets had a fundraiser for Make-A-Wish at Applebee's. It was called Tip a Comet, and now here is a look at that charity event outside the jungle.
Tip of Comet already just packed, 6:30. So many people. Oh yeah, can't wait to get in and get some food. I'm serving, and we all with you guys all night. Take a look around. Oh, I will be signing, yeah. I'll come over here and do this right now for you. 2 officers of the law just showed up. Hags, probably should see this, guys. Oh yeah. Ready to serve and protect, apparently. Yeah, this is more like it. The bar cam. This is probably the best seat in the house right here. Oh yeah, bar cam. How's it going, guys? Thanks. Can I get you guys anything?
No, I think we're good.
I don't even think I'm allowed serving here.
Dressed up in
I just figured if I got back here, maybe they wouldn't mind if I just started pulling from it. How long have you guys been waiting so far?
About 10 minutes.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad, no.
Who are you guys most excited to see tonight?
Everybody.
Who said Kaylee? You must be from Fort Wayne. I'm not working too well with the Zoom yet. I've just got complete close-ups of everyone.
I want to see OJ.
Right here.
Right there.
Yeah. That's the right answer. I got the camera.
No, we want to see the curtain, right?
Come on, guys. Too soon.
Hey, wait a minute.
It's only been a week.
Well, I had
The Marco cam right now. Oh, yeah. Just a good guy.
I'm trying. I'm working right now, so.
Should we take this back into the back of Applebee's, or just not a good idea?
This isn't a picture of beer. It's going towards the Make-A-Wish, just so you guys.
Oh yeah, sure. We're gonna follow Brett here as he gets drunk throughout the night.
My goal of the night is to put more money in here than Colin Chalk has in his.
Whoa, we gotta tell us a challenge.
I think I'm already ahead because I actually walked by Colin's and took all his out and put it back in mine.
Well, I wasn't recording that.
We're just not gonna tell it.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. It's typical Marino, just doing nothing. Is he doing anything? Was the question. He's been here for about like 10 minutes. Just a close up. Smile. Tell us your name.
I'm Kendra.
Kendra from Fort Wayne. Oh. How many years have you worked here?
Going on 2.
Wow. Congratulations. Kitchell, what are you doing, man?
We're waiting for the call.
For the call?
Yeah, literally. Phone call to get some business.
Are you working the to-go?
Yeah.
I guess my question is Chalk beating Smitty right now?
Smitty comes by and takes my money, but it makes him feel like he's 5'10", so.
Well, you're literally, like, when you think about it, like, not that much taller than him.
Oh, come on. Way taller.
Oh, at least way old. Way.
It's like Shrod.
There's one of our rookies right there.
It's like saying you're way older than him.
He's wheeling and dealing. He likes the older women. You see him? He likes the older women. Maggio's been known.
Look at this guy right here, just nailing it, just walking around, just looking good. Probably get a close up of what he's doing right now. He's just, oh yeah, fans for sure. I think I see spot Brandon Marino over there too. Found someone around his height. Yeah, he did. He's actually doing something for once. Look at it. Little Quad City love.
Pull it up.
Just here with Matt Furman here. Probably the loudest guy in the team. Usually never shuts up in the dressing room. Yep. What do you have to say about tonight?
Well, it's been awesome so far. Can't ask for anything more than this. We got fans here and signing some autographs, and it's been good so far.
No, you want to give us a little bit of insight on what you're dressing as for Halloween tonight? Give the fans a little preview.
I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, it's a duo costume with Kitchell.
Oh, is it sexy?
Nope.
No?
Not sexy at all. Not like what we've seen before.
No?
No.
You're not officers of the law?
No, we went down a different road, so.
You did?
Yeah, you'll see.
Just time out here. We'll have delicious Applebee's food. All right. Well, thanks again. Always too much to handle.
This is Matt Kennedy reporting live from Channel 21. Here we have, what's your name, son? AJ Britton. We have AJ Britton here with us, son of Josh Britton. Not really, actually. That's false information. What grade are you in here?
I'm a freshman at Northside.
Freshman at Northside. That's 9th grade?
Yeah.
9th grade for all our Canadian viewers here. Freshmen, we don't know what those are.
Isn't it grade 9 in Canada?
It's grade 9, yes, 9th grade. What grade would you say that Hayes here, number 72, reads at? What do you think what grade do you think he's in at this point in his career? Pro hockey? You don't think he ever went to school?
He went to school. I bet.
Our answer here from Mr. Britton is that
Pro hockey means he's not a good reader.
Hayes has never been to school.
He might actually have more education than Hayes.
We now have confirmed that Mr. Britton reads at a higher grade level than Mr. Hayes. So.
They don't even have a name bar for this guy.
It's not about the name on the back, it's the name on the front, Osh.
We're going to have to go over to get the whole table layout and bring in their food.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nancy. Happy birthday to you.
Do it.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Get the plates going. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Dodge Big Finish event is going to make the season even brighter with Dodge Charger and its 31 mpg highway, Dodge Journey, the most versatile crossover in its class, and Dodge Grand Caravan, the most awarded best-selling minivan ever. Let's see the neighbors compete with that. Get great deals now with the Dodge Big Finish event.
Well-qualified current lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on Journey SXT front-wheel drive for $199 a month.
Well, it's that time of year again. Time to get a holiday deal on a Ram truck. A truck that will pretty much haul anything. With a legendary Hemi engine and proven durability that goes the distance. And while most families bring their tree to the house, Ram families bring their house to the tree. Get a great deal at the Ram Big Finish event.
Get 6,200 total values or 0% APR plus a down payment match up to $1,500 on the 2012 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to your first intermission report. Tommy Schegler here. We are sitting down with Kaylee Schrock from the Komets and talking a little bit about how the season has gone so far, where the team is exactly at. First of all, how do you feel like it has been going?
It's been a roller coaster ride so far. You know, we got off to a quick start and obviously lost a few in a row. So, you know, we know that there's ebbs and flows during the year, and we've got to get back on the right track.
They definitely say that you can't win the league in October, November, but you can build yourself a pretty big hole to work out of. Despite any little downturns you guys have made at any point so far, you haven't done that. I mean, you're right in it, and I think that that's something you got to be feeling positive about.
We do, but at the same time, you can't get the games back, you know, in October, November, and March. And you know, there's times in March where you're going to be in the trenches, trying to hopefully battling for first place, and you think back and think, that game in Toledo we should have won. So we know right now we have a chance to put points on the board, and you know, we've got to have that mentality that we're playing you know, playoff hockey early in the season, because as the season goes on, it's harder to win.
Let's talk a little bit about the much talked about transition to the new league. You guys went through this a couple years back. It seems like this transition is going better than that one did to the CHL. Do you feel that way? And what are the big differences, you know, in 20 games or so in?
Like Chalker and I always say, you know, double A hockey is double A hockey. You know that. And one difference, though, is the goaltending. I think, you know, we've got 3 guys on our team that I think could all play in the AHL, and every team does. And the goaltending's better, and teams are deep. You know, if you don't show up on a given night, you're going to get beat. And,
the lockout, too, has forced a lot of talent down, too.
Oh, yeah, and it's fun. You know, we got guys on our team that I've learned a lot from, some of the guys that got sent down from the AHL. And, you know, we've got a lot of talent in that room, and it's exciting to be a part of, to play with some of those guys, and also the opportunity for guys on our team to move up to the next level, you know, if they play well.
Do you like having the kind of flux of players that make it harder to gel as a team?
No, I think we've got enough leadership in the room. The organization did a great job. You know, you look around the room, you got guys like Tyler Butler, Brett Smith, Colin Chalk, Henley, all guys that know how to lead a team, and I think that kind of helps when you've got a lot of youngsters coming in and, you know, guys coming and going.
Yeah, absolutely. Another slow start for you, but I'm sure you'll get it going.
Yeah, you know, if I'm not scoring, I better be doing other things right. But the goals will come. And I'm not used to these. I'm pretty used to these slow starts, and I'll battle through it.
I'm sure you will. You'll show up in the playoffs and give me a hard time that you play well when it matters the most. Kaylee, thanks a lot for joining us, and we'll take you to another commercial. Second period's coming up.
Live at Memorial Coliseum, Shane Albahrani with you. Alongside me is Michael Franke, and right now we are in the first intermission, and we're looking at a score of 1-0 Toledo. Taking a look at the stat sheet, just one goal in the period. It was Broadhurst taken up with Frazee for the only goal of the game, and pretty light on the penalty side, Michael. As I was kind of looking back at some of the game sheets from the past previous games, and this is actually going to be the first game since the 7th of November since the Komets did not take a minor penalty in the first period.
Well, and I know Coach Al Sims has been stressing that, as the Komets have been in the penalty box a lot the last 3 or 4 games, and you know, when your systems, when your penalty kill system's not working real well, and you start having all these penalty problems, that really creates problems in the defensive zone, and the Komets gave up 2 power play goals last night, and you know, that's kind of the difference in the game. So we'll see what happens here in the second period. All in all, I thought Toledo really took the play to Fort Wayne for most of the first period, and Fort Wayne seemed to have difficulties not only in their own zone, but in the offensive zone, creating any real good opportunities. Chalk was set up with a nice opportunity out front.
And here we're going to take a look at the first period highlights in this one. First, we'll take a look at the goal by Broadhurst. Back deep, and they just totally missed their guy.
But as you can see, 71 and 82 for Fort Wayne. We're not playing their men, their forwards, in the defensive zone. Now here's Chalk getting into it with Novak. Nothing came of that.
So you said at the beginning of the game it might be a fightless hockey game, but it's been a little chippy. So we'll be back with the second period. You are listening to Komet Hockey on Xfinity.
4x4 for $259 a month.
It only happens once a year, and you can get deals like these at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep. The big finish is big, really big. Save up to $4,200 on the Chrysler 200. The new Dodge Dart gets 41 miles per gallon and has a lease payment of only $199 per month. Get up to $10,000 in total savings on a 2012 Ram 1500 Crew Bighorn 4x4. Save even more by getting a minimum of $3,000 for your trade during the big finish at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep under the giant American flag and online at glenbrookdodge.com.
Excuse me. Oh, sorry. That's the Xfinity TV app, right? I can't catch up on the latest episodes like that.
Ditch satellite for the latest shows anytime, anywhere. Experience Xfinity. Sign up for a great offer today. Call 1-800-XFINITY.
Back live at Memorial Coliseum. Shane Albahrani with you. Alongside me is Michael Franke, and we are just underway here in the second period between the Komets and the Toledo Walleye. Walleye up 1-0. They lead on shots on goal as well, 10-9. Now make that 11-9 as there was an opening shot. Here's a pass in front of the net, and it's sent out to Brent Smith. Smith off the glass, and the Walleye get it back at center ice. Now Campbell, gaining the zone, sends it in. Knocked down before it got to Effinger. Now it's behind the net. It comes out to Smith. Smith can't control it. There's a shot. It's knocked down. Fournier with the shot. It's knocked down in front, and it's still loose. Komets cannot control it, and Effinger has to come out and cover it up.
Yeah, it's just total lack of concentration in the defensive zone. Nobody knew what to do with the puck from Fort Wayne, and finally Effinger thought he better just put his glove on it and get another whistle, because whoever was out there starting the second period, they weren't ready.
Here's a face-off in the Komet zone. A wrister from the point is knocked down by Thorne, and it's sent into the corner by Hoban. Here is Lincoln Cayley-Schrock running it down, but it's taken out of there by Brian Frazee. Frazee tries to clear it. He misses the puck, and it's picked up by the Komets. Centering pass knocked away in front of the net and cleared out all the way out to the neutral zone. Henley is going to skate down in front of his own net. He is going to run it down, and he's going to send it up the near boards, but it's kept in. Now it's poked out by Getzel, and it's going to go all the way down to the Toledo zone.
Good pressure by Thorne, Schrock, and Hoban there in the offensive zone. Toledo's defense had a hard time getting the puck out because a lot of pressure was put on.
Randy Rao behind his own net. Walleye just dump it in. They'll change up lines as Henley with it. He sends it up the ice and into the Toledo zone, but the Komets are going to get whistled for offside. That's the first one tonight, and we'll face it off just outside the Toledo zone.
Well, Britton was in front of Beauregard, and he just walked right over the line in front of him, so kind of a brain cramp on Britton's part as the Komets look to be dangerous going over the blue line.
And here's the face-off just outside the Toledo blue line. Komets win it. It goes all the way back to Nicollet. He sends a cross-rink pass over to Butler. Butler trying to get to Beauregard, and it's knocked down along the far boards and finally sent into the Toledo zone. Pierce comes out, gives it a little backhand, and it's sent all the way back down into the Komet zone.
Should be icing.
That will be an ice. We are going to go back the other way to have a face-off.
I've got some scores from out of town tonight. 27 seconds to go in the second period. Cincinnati and Wheeling 0-0. 2:51 to go in the second period. In Reading, Pennsylvania, it's Evansville 3 and Reading 1. South Carolina over Elmira 2-1 in Elmira in the second.
And Evansville, after a very slow start, they're starting to put things together, and now they're getting into that conference race. As things in the North Division very, very tight. Komets just a game and a half back, even after the slide they've been on. Here is Marino in the zone. He is going to send it out to Risk. Risk can't haul it in. It's going to go down into the corner. He's checked there by Orskovic. And the Walleye come out with it. Here's Frazee with it. 3-on-2. Here's a pass across the rink. No shot as it goes under the stick of Broadhurst. And back come the Komets. Smitty going into the corner. Tries to get it to Henley. Henley can't control it, and it comes out to Frazee. Now center ice to Lample. And there's Frazee again, 2-on-1. Yep, it's poke checked away. And into the corner, centering pass goes right through the crease. On the rebound, here's a shot by Fournier. Saved by Effinger. Now it's tied up behind the net, and it is Hoban coming out with it. Hoban out to Cayley-Schrock. Schrock dumps it in, tries to get it to Thorne.
Offside.
And offsides. Well, Hoban, after being called up from Dayton just a week ago, you've said his name an awful lot tonight. He's one of these guys who wants to stick around here, and he's got a lot of enthusiasm. Maybe not the skill, but sometimes you want to trade that.
Well, exactly, and there is a lot of enthusiasm in the ECHL, and he wants to stay, and that line has played well tonight with Schrock, Thorne, and Hoban. They put a lot of heat on Toledo.
Now Toledo controls the puck in their own zone. It's chipped out of there by Coetzee. Coetzee with the backhand. Komets clear it out once again. 16:33 to go here in the second period. Walleye lead it 1-0 off of a goal from Terry Broadhurst.
Fort Wayne still has not gotten a shot on goal here.
Here is Britton in front of the net. Can't get a shot. Puck being knocked around in the slot. It goes into the corner. Beauregard and Chalk in there, and it comes out. Here's a shot. Pierce makes the stick save. Comes up top. Here's Kishel with the wrister. Didn't get in. It goes wide of the net. Chalker behind the net. He is going to go into the corner. He's going to battle it out with Joey Ryan. Now a scrum in the corner. It comes out. Walleye have it. Here's Youds with it. Over to Coetzee. Here's a shot. It was tipped, and it goes wide of the cage, and they keep it in front of the net. Here's a wrister. Nice right pad shave by Effinger. Now it goes up top to the point. Here's Roush. Roush with a shot. It's wide, and Effinger can't hang on to it. But Getzel is able to backhand it, and they get it out of the zone. Phil Roush with it again, sends it all the way down. Effinger can't play it behind the net. It comes out to the blue line where the Komets have it. Here's Kishel over the blue line, onside, takes a shot. It's knocked down before it gets in on Pierce. And now it's in the corner. Now it rolls behind the net. Here's Kyle Rogers. Rogers takes his man off the play. Here's Risk in front. Can't get a shot off. And the Walleye pick it up. Here's Andre Nestoril. Nestoril spins around with the backhand. Risk goes back to get it for the K's. And he pushes it up to Brandon Marino. Marino over the blue line. He's checked off the play. And it goes out to center ice.
Tempo has really picked up here in the second period as that puck goes up into the crowd. And again, the Komets playing with some different line combinations. Coach Al Sims has switched it up a little bit. We go back to Thanksgiving night when the line changes took effect in that first period. It just seemed like guys were getting to know each other, but they got it together in the second period, and you kind of got that feeling right here in this one. Well, they've scored 6 goals since the beginning of the second period on Thanksgiving night, so you'd like to see, if the coach makes a decision like that, some additional scoring, which the Komets have gotten over the last couple of games, but nothing here tonight.
Shots are 13-9 in favor of Toledo. Komets had yet to get one here in the second period. And now here's a Walleye with a scoring chance. It's a shot from the point. Effinger with the save. It comes out. Here's another shot. Walker saved that time by Effinger. Now here's Fournier in the corner. Goes back up top. Here is Frazee with the drive, and it goes wide of the net, and Hoban picks it up. Hoban out to Thorne, and he avoids one defender, gets around Frazee, and it's poked away, and back the other way come the Walleye. Komets back on D, but they still get a shot off.
You're going to have a holding call on Brent Henley as the forward came around, and that was kind of a ticky-tack call by the official, but nonetheless, Henley will be sitting out at the 6-minute and 6-second mark here of the second period, and Toledo will go on the power play.
It was a 4-on-1, and somehow the Komets get the penalty. Back in a moment. You are watching Komet Hockey on Xfinity.
The Big Finish event is on at O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Huge year-end savings with $6,000 off all remaining 2012 Town and Country vans. Finish big with an all-new 2013 Dodge Avenger or new 2013 Dodge Dart with fuel economy up to 41 miles per gallon, starting as low as $16,995. Or save $4,500 on new 2013 Chrysler 200s imported from Detroit. The Big Finish event on at O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road next to Meyer or online at o'danielauto.com.
The Dodge Big Finish event is going to make the season even brighter with Dodge Charger and its 31 mpg highway, Dodge Journey, the most versatile crossover in its class, and Dodge Grand Caravan, the most awarded best-selling minivan ever. Let's see the neighbors compete with that. Get great deals now at the Dodge Big Finish event.
9 power play goals in the last 6 games. Back live at the Memorial Coliseum where the Komets go on the penalty kill. Brent Henley gets a holding call, and the Walleye get their first crack at a power play. Komets have given up 9 power play goals over the last 6 games. And Here's Chalker in the corner. He battles it out with Max Campbell. Great job by Chalk, eating up some time off the clock, and now the Walleye come out with it. Here's Fournier. Fournier gets around Marino, and he sends it over to Max Campbell. Campbell off the boards, and he sends it over to Joey Martin. Martin checked up against the near boards, comes up top. And now the Walleye setting up. Here's Joey Martin, cycles it over to Campbell. Campbell in with a wrister, and Effinger makes the save.
Good play, but if you notice again, Toledo has the two guys deep in the Comet zone, almost on the goal line, and that just ties the defenseman up terribly. And the winger there on Toledo, number 19, he came right in and got a great shot, Max Campbell on Charlie Effinger.
There we see the replay. Effinger made an easy save. Toledo not getting much traffic in front of Effinger. And here's a giveaway right in front, and the Komets, Matt Furman, goes right there with the backhand, shortly the goal for the K's.
Wow, that was a bad play by the Toledo Walleye. It was a play that the puck came deep into the zone, and it was just a total miscommunication, and Furman, who always hustles, grabbed the puck, and as you'll see here on the replay,
Furman just comes right down, takes it off the boards, and beats Pierce through the 5-hole, and we are tied at 1 with 13 to go in the second period.
Not the type of goal you would expect a guy like Pierce to give up. Just really a bad one.
Furman, the rookie, gets the tally, and we're tied at 1. But the Komets still on the penalty kill here, as it is sent all the way down by Getzel. Pierce is going to come out and play it. Oh, and it's taken away by Schrock. Pierce is able to get back. Schrock is handled by 3 D-men for the Walleye, and now the Walleye skate out with it. Here's Ben Youds with it over the blue line. Here's a backhanded pass out to Nestoril. Nestoril, the Detroit prospect, he sends it into the corner, and a shot in on Effinger, and he makes the save. Comes back up top to the blue line. Here's Youds with it. Youds now to Campbell, and the Komets are back to full strength with 12:08 to go in the second period. 5-on-5 as Getzel swings it all the way around, but they cannot clear the zone. Here's Youds with a shot, and it's knocked down in front of the net by Getzel.
Even strength.
Now cycled down low. Here's Nestoril. Nestoril with a shot, and a save by Effinger, and it rolls behind the net, picked up by the Komets. For a moment, as Thorne can't control it, gets it over to Nicoluk, goes on the opposite side of the rink, and finally the Komets are able to get it to neutral ice, and they dump it out of the zone.
Fort Wayne having a heck of a time in their defensive zone, clearing the puck out. They're just holding on to the puck way too long to try to get the pass out of the zone.
Here's Thomas Beauregard trying to run the puck down. The Walleye get it out. Henley misplays it. He's able to get it back in his own zone, as Kishel sends it all the way down to Pierce. Pierce, oh, he lost the puck. Oh, almost another mistake there by Pierce. He tried to cover it up. It rolled off of his stick, and it was almost knocked in by Beauregard.
Just a little bit of a lapse there by the goaltender again, and it almost, Beauregard was Johnny on the spot. He took a swipe at the goalie because that puck was loose.
Face off here in the Toledo zone to the right of Jordan Pierce. Chalk on the drop, and it's tied up along the near boards. It comes out to Chalk in the corner. Him and Fournier battle for it. Now it's picked up by Cody Lample. Lample cross ring pass to number that's 23, Glenn Denning, and now the Komets get it back in their own zone. Flipped in by Chalk. Behind the net it goes. Fournier again running it down, being checked hard by Britton. Now it is Chalk. Chalk behind the net, tries to center, and no shot on the play as it was Britton fanning on it. Now Chalk in the corner, back out to Britton. Now here's a centering pass, and a slap shot, no good, wide of the net. Now it comes back over to the far boards, picked up by Kishel. Kishel keeps it in down deep to Chalk. Chalk tries to cycle it around, and it's picked up by the Walleye. Here's Glenn Denning with it over the blue line, picked up by the Komets and sent out. Nope. Glenn Denning holds it in. Now here's a cross ring pass, and it goes into the Toledo zone. Glenn Denning again with it. Switches to the forehand as he dumps it into the corner. Now back behind the Comet net it goes.
Fort Wayne has really picked up the game here in the last 4 or 5 minutes. I think that goal by Furman has energized him a bit.
Now here's Getzel running it down for the Komets. Off the boards it goes, but the Komets can't clear it. It's Getzel again, now in front of the net. Backhand pass to Marino. Marino blindly sends it out to center ice, where the Toledo Walleye holds it. Only momentarily, Komets get it back, and it's dumped in. Here's Risk. Risk along the far board. Centering pass. Here's Furman again with a shot, and it rolls wide.
I tell you, Furman's got a big body, and he skates hard, and he's doing a lot out there right now.
Furman again trying to take the puck from behind the net as he battles with Youds. And the Walleye come out with the puck. It's Max Campbell with it. Campbell sends it down to Coetzee, and then we're going to have an icing. 9:02 to go here in the second period. We are tied at 1. And the Walleye are skating a little short-handed tonight as Wes O'Neill and Doug Clarkson were scratches. Wes O'Neill, the only member, or the only player on the ice tonight who would have had NHL experience. He skated 5 games with the Avalanche over 2 years.
Yes, he's a big, strong defenseman, and I'm sure they miss him tonight.
9 minutes to go here in the second as the play comes out to center ice. Here's Butler dumping it off the boards, trying to hit Schrock. Schrock tries to get behind the D, can't do it, and it comes all the way out. The Walleye clear it. Here's Eppinger. He's got to come out and play it from behind the net. He leaves it there for Nicolette. And number 7 is going to bring it out himself.
Fort Wayne's defense is just not moving. They had 2 defensemen back in the zone. One had the puck and the other was just standing on the sideboards. Poor communication.
And the Komets are skating 1 D-man short.
We're going to have a penalty here.
So they're going to have a boarding call.
It's going to go on Stefan Thorne from Fort Wayne. That penalty will come at 11 minutes and 38 seconds.
So Thorne gets sent off, and the Komets go on the penalty kill for the second time in the second period. Their lone goal was off a shorthanded situation.
I'm sure Coach Al Sims is not happy with that penalty because it had nothing to do with the play, and maybe it was something retaliatory, but the referee caught Thorne, and Fort Wayne skates short for 2 minutes.
Shots are now 18-10 in favor of Toledo. Komets only with 1 shot on net, and we are more than halfway done with this second stanza. Here's Fournier. He's going to bring it up the ice for Toledo. He dumps it in. Crazy's going to run it down. He's checked by Chalk and Henley at the same time, and the puck is going to come all the way out and all the way down the Toledo zone. Youds is going to chase it down. He sends a long pass down to Frazee. And now it is Broadhurst with it. Broadhurst in the corner fights with Furman. Henley comes in to help out, and the puck comes out to the blue line. Here's Youds winding up. A shot goes wide of the net.
Toledo controlling the puck. Fort Wayne can't get the puck out of the zone. They had plenty of opportunity to do so.
Now along the near boards, it's Furman. He can't get it out. It comes out to Youds. Fournier plays it, and it goes over his stick and into neutral zone. So the Walleye have to reset as they get some fresh legs out there. Here's Henley. Henley's been out there for the entire kill. It's down to 48 seconds to go in the man advantage. Now look at Henley. He's down on all fours again in there with Brett Smith.
Well, he's not going to get any help from the referee, so he's going to have to get up, and here's a scoring opportunity.
Here's a shot and a big save there by Eppinger. Youds had a clean path and shot it right into Eppinger. Eppinger now with 18 saves. 23 seconds left on the man advantage. Here's a backhand. Centering pass in front and a goal.
Yeah, Eppinger, he's trying to do it all on his own. I think the Fort Wayne defensemen were very tired, but, you just, when you can't get the puck out of your zone, you've got a major problem, and that's what happened.
And it looked like it was Glenn Denning who picked it up. We'll see here on the replay. As the Komets just could not clear the zone. Here was the initial shot on Eppinger, and right in front of the net, untouched, was Glenn Denning, number 23.
easy goal. I mean, Toledo's gotten two very, very easy goals tonight, empty net type goals.
So Glendenning picks up the goal, and that makes it 2-1 Toledo.
That goal coming at 13 minutes and 19 seconds of period number 2.
That was Glendenning's 10th goal of the season. He leads all rookies in goal scoring in the ECHL. As we get an icing on the Komets.
One shot on goal through almost 3/4 of the first period for Fort Wayne, or second period for Fort Wayne, and the only shot on goal was the goal that Furman scored on the mistake by the goaltender. So Fort Wayne has just not been able to muster up any offense whatsoever here in the second period, and looked very out of sync.
6:30 to go in the second. Here is Beauregard along the far boards. He gets it out to the neutral zone and gets the puck taken right off of his stick.
Well, we were talking earlier about players holding on to the puck too long, and that's exactly what happened there, and you're going to get your pocket picked.
Chalk trying to control it at the blue line, and he does. He pushes it up to Britton. Britton over the blue line, stick handles around one defender, gets a shot in on Pierce, hits loose in the slot,
There's
and we got a penalty.
Yes.
Interference is going to be called on Toledo.
Now see, Britton took the puck. He skated around the defenseman and he went right for the net, and he's very good at that, and that's something that Fort Wayne needs.
Back in a moment. You're listening to Common Hockey on Xfinity.
Happens once a year, and you can get deals like these at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep. The big finish is big, really big. Save up to $4,200 on the Chrysler 200. The new Dodge Dart gets 41 miles per gallon and has a lease payment of only $199 per month. Get up to $10,000 in total savings on a 2012 Ram 1500 Crew Bighorn 4x4. Save even more by getting a minimum of $3,000 for your trade during the big finish at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep under the giant American flag and online at glenbrookdodge.com.
Well, it's that time of year again. Time to get a holiday deal on a Ram truck. A truck that will pretty much haul anything. With a legendary Hemi engine and proven durability that goes the distance. And while most families bring their tree to the house, Ram families bring their house to the tree. Get a great deal at the Ram Big Finish event.
Get $6,200 total values or 0% APR plus a down payment match up to $1,500 on the 2012 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
Shane Albahrani with you. Alongside me is Michael Franke. And we are set to go with a face-off here as the Walleye go on the penalty kill. And here is Nikolic. He sets up. He sets off a rocket. And it's going to be an easy save for Pierce again.
Fort Wayne comes out with Risk, Marino, and Smith up front. They've got Nicolette back on the blue line. And it appears that Gensel is the other guy, the new acquisition from Norfolk of the American League.
Gensel got his first goal as a Comet on Thanksgiving night. Turned out to be the game winner. Now the Komets here on the man advantage. Cycling the puck around. Here's Nikolic. Again, he's going to take a shot, but he shoots it right into the legs of the defenseman, Randy Rao, and it's 2-on-2 the other way. Here's a shot, missed high, and it comes all the way out, and it's picked up by Risk. Risk over the blue line, dumps it off to Marino. Marino, nice pass over. Here's a shot, and it is blocked by Pierce. Marino in the corner, comes up top to Nikolic again. Now Marino again, down low. Here's a shot, and he tried to get Smith, cutting in there on the back door, and Smith couldn't connect.
They were going for the net there, which Fort Wayne needs to do, and the goaltender just got his stick out on it a little bit.
Down to 1:03 to go in the power play, and it's thrown away by Marino, and Toledo's going to get a scoring chance. Here's Frazee, and a nice job by the Komets to get back, but the Toledo Walleye still holds the zone as Kishel gets the puck back. Now it is Colin Chalk along the near boards. He flips it out almost to the common bench, but it's kept in. Here's Britton being fought with by Randy Rao on the blue line. And Britton just gets out-muscled there.
Had a hand pass by the Toledo players, so there'll be a face-off right outside the Toledo blue line. But The play came out into the neutral zone there, and the Fort Wayne players were just kind of looking at each other, and then finally Kishel took off and went after it. There just seems to be some communication problems on the power play.
4:37 to go in the second period, 33 seconds in the power play. As the Komets dump it in, Pierce from behind the net. And it's cleared all the way out again. Glendenning moved it out that time for Toledo. Effinger touches it, and he leaves it for Butler. Butler up to Colin Chalk. Chalk at center ice, and Chalk just got the stick lifted and got the puck stolen away, and back down the other way we go.
You got to move the puck, and you can't lug it. It just doesn't work in the ECHL. You got to move the puck and move it quickly.
Now the Komets dump it in again. Bouncing puck rolls to Pierce.
It was offsides.
It was offsides anyway. And we will have a face-off outside the Toledo zone.
20 shots on goal for the Walleye. That means here in the second period that they have picked up 10 shots on goal. Fort Wayne has 13 shots in the game, 4 here in the second period with 3:58 to go.
Komets playing their third game in as many nights. And they're trying to get those extra points here this weekend, winning on Thanksgiving and then dropping one to Kalamazoo last night. Walleye are in a stretch of 4 games in 5 nights. So a couple of tired hockey teams out there, but right now the Walleye have the advantage at 2-1. We're back to even strength. 5-on-5 we play, as here's Furman in the corner. It sends one out to Pierce, makes the easy save, sends the rebound into the corner. Now this time it's Schrock digging it out. He cycles it around behind the net to Furman. Furman checked there by Glendenning. Now here's Hoban with the shot. Doesn't get in as it hits the defenseman's leg and sent out by Cody Lample. Komets control it. Here's a pass down to Hoban off of his stick, and the Komets will change it up as the Walleye retrieve it. Sent all the way down to the Komet zone. Here's Effinger. He's going to play it. He's going to send it out to Getzel. Getzel out to Risk. Risk knocks it off the defenseman's skate, and right back down to the Komet zone it goes. As Risk again, trying it again, gets it to Marino. Marino tries to send it in deep, where number 20, Phil Roush, is right there. He dumps it in. Now back come the Walleye. Here's a shot. It is wide of the net, and the Komets are able to clear the zone. Here's Smith down the far boards, over the blue line, into the corner. Can't get behind the D-man as it's sent around. Here's Rao with it again. Now it's Nestoril. Nestoril with a backhand off the boards and cleared out. Henley runs it down. He sends a pass down to Smith. And the Komets dump it in again, but Smith is right there. Again, it's Risk behind the net, looking for someone to center it to. Here's Kishel up top. A shot, and it's wide. Shot was actually deflected into the corner, and the Walleye pick it up. Here's Frazee. Frazee sends it out to Glendenning. Now it's Broadhurst. Broadhurst over the blue line. He gets checked off the play, and Britton picks up the loose puck. Here's Britton. He turns on the Jets. He splits the D, gets over the blue line. 3-on-2 as they cross over. Komets can't get a shot off. Here is Beauregard in the corner. He swings it around. And now it's Joey Ryan for the Walleye. Sends it around behind the net. Now along the near boards. Henley checks his man. The puck comes out. And Chalk now runs it down. He's going to pass it actually over to Effinger. And he makes the cover.
Fort Wayne in the offensive zone continues to have problems. They get in. Britton just made a nice play, lugging the puck in over the blue line, and then passed it off. And Beauregard had a hard time controlling the puck. And then the Komets just start throwing the puck around in the offensive zone, and Toledo picks it up and gets rid of it.
$1:19 left to go in the second period. It's 2-1 Walleye. And here's Charlie Effinger out of the crease. He leaves it behind the net for Butler. Butler out to Nicollet. He is checked off the play. Now it's tied up along the near board, sent back out by Coetzee. Off the stick of Effinger, now in the corner. Butler with a big-time hit, and he's going to go to the box. And here we go. It's Joey Martin in his second fight of the night. He is going to tangle with Tyler Butler.
Well, you know, it was a situation where he was controlling the puck. he being 14, Martin, the winger, and I realized that he got checked from behind, and that's going to be the initial call here as Fort Wayne will go on the penalty kill again. But, you know, I think Butler was trying to play the puck, and as he was playing the puck, he put a body check on him. But, you know, I'm sure they're going to call that a check from behind or interference or something. But, and then that caused the scrum. Well, I guess he did get his elbow up a little bit. Maybe he'll call an elbow on him. 5 for fighting for Martin. 2 minutes boarding and 5 minutes of fighting for Butler. So he got the board. You know, I guess in the interest of keeping injuries down, I guess you got to call that penalty.
And Toledo goes back on the power play, second or third time in this period, as Butler gets sent off for 2 minutes. And we only have 58 seconds to go here in the second period. It's 2-1 Walleye, and the face-off deep in the Komet zone.
It's a big draw for Fort Wayne. You got to get the draw and get it out.
Nope. And it's chalky, can't win it. It comes all the way up top to Youds. Youds to Fournier now along the far boards, and the Komets are able to chip it out. Marino that time was able to get a hold of it and get it out of the zone. Here's Fournier over the line. Can't get to the zone as Glendenning has it. Now it goes out to Youds. He backs up all the way up to his own blue line. Now here's Frazee with it. Goes up top, held in. High slot, no shot. Back up top to the point. Here's Youds. Cross ring pass. Back to Youds. He touches it over to Glendenning. Glendenning working it in. Now back up top.
They have a player right out in front of the net.
And here's a shot by Glendenning. It goes off the stick of Effinger and into the corner. Held in. Now in front of the net, it's Marino. Marino can't clear it. Rolls right in front of the net, and Effinger has to come out and play it.
Toledo playing that man down low on the power play, and Fort Wayne's defense just not paying any attention to him. And then, like we've seen a lot tonight, Fort Wayne trying to clear the puck out of their zone, and they're firing it into the leg of one of their teammates, or just not able to get it out. Just not concentrating on getting the puck out of the zone with 8.3 seconds to go here in the second period. Toledo 2, Fort Wayne 1.
This is another big-time face-off as Risk can't win it. Here's Youds at the point. He flips it in. It goes wide of the net, off of the stick of Randy Rao into the corner, and that's going to do it for the period. And we are at the end of 2 periods of play here at the Memorial Coliseum, and the Walleye lead it 2-1. Back in a moment. You're watching Komet Hockey on Xfinity. It gets by Hoban. Little backhand, and it's sent. Here is Frazee, and here's a give-up with the backhand. Berman again trying to take back. It's Henry pass in front, and a goal.
And, oh, man, that was a long time ago. That's when I had regular colored hair.
Well, that's one thing, the Komets have been used to in a few years is stability at the goaltender position. And this is the first year where it's kind of been not really sure who's going to be on the roster from week to week. As the Komets go full strength here. Here's Beauregard trying to make a move into the corner. And can't control the puck as he sends it into the corner on the far side. Here's Henley battling for it. Hoban comes in to help out. He picks the puck up, tries to send it up top, and they cannot hold it in as Kishel is going to wind up and send it all the way around the far boards.
Fort Wayne should have a lot of energy here in the third period as, they did not get a lot of shots on goal the first 2 periods, and you would think as the road team, Toledo would be the tired team right now.
Both teams playing last night. Here's Henley, and he's offsides.
Yeah.
Oh, the big guy would have had a great shot, but he was a step over.
Definitely offside, but Fort Wayne in the offensive zone tonight, and we saw it again there just a few seconds ago. They get the puck, and they're just kind of throwing it around. There's no rhyme nor reason for what they're doing. That last one came out of the zone. Just not concentrating. The passing has not been good tonight.
Here's Gabe Getzel, cross ring pass over to Furman, who scores!
Wow!
Matt Furman, his second goal of the night, off the glove of Pierce and in the net. And I got a tie hockey game at 17:48 left in this third period.
Well, Colin Chalk got the draw, and I believe that it was the right defenseman, Getzel, that sent the pass over to the left wing. And as you'll see here, Furman comes in. He puts a wrist on it, and Pierce missed it again. I mean, it looked like it went off.
It went off the catching glove and right into the net.
Wow, a couple of gifts here that Pierce has given Fort Wayne tonight.
So the rookie, Matt Furman, keeping the Komets alive. And Pierce, I'm sure, wants both of those back. They were both soft goals, but the Komets will take them. We are tied at 2, 17:32 to go in the third period.
Well, the way it's been going offensively for Fort Wayne, Furman's the scoring machine right now.
Well, they haven't been pretty, but they count all the same. So
put it on the net, and you never know what's going to happen.
We're tied at 2 as Beauregard takes a check and loses the puck. Lampole lays out the punishment. And here's Broadhurst along the near boards. He gives it up to Frazee. Frazee over the blue line, looking to give it to someone. Puts it into the corner. Now here's Broadhurst and Kishel in the corner. Comes out to Effinger. And Effinger's just going to put the mitt down and cover it up.
Good offensive set there for Fort Wayne. They've come out with a purpose here at the beginning of the third period. And we'll see what happens here. As we talked early in the period, Fort Wayne should have a lot of energy.
Komets with the puck. Here's Beauregard crossing over the blue line. He risks one wide. Comes out the other end. Here's Kishel. Thought about the one-timer, but he's going to wind up, put it back into the corner behind the net. Here's Risk. Risk can't get around Lampole. Loses the puck. And up the boards it goes. Here's Frazee with it. Frazee sends it down to Glendening. Glendening gets checked behind the net. He tries to center the pass, and Hoban knocks it down, or Kishel knocks it down, and Smith is going to dump it in, and the Komets get a change.
Cody Lampole, well, here's his offensive play.
And there's a wrister from the point, and Pierce with an easy save.
Just goes to show you, Cody Lampole at 5'11", 183. But I'll tell you, he is laying the body all over Fort Wayne tonight. He's not afraid of anybody. And he's the smallest defenseman on the back line for Toledo.
Face off in the Toledo zone. Hoban's going to take it. He sends it into the corner. He goes in after it. It comes up top. Nicola cannot hold it in. But Getzel is able to run it down and send it all the way back down, and that's going to be an icing.
Yeah, it was very close to not being an icing, but again, you're seeing a lot of the automatic icings in hockey now, and I don't know what the fans think of it. I've never been a real big fan of the automatic icing. I think it definitely takes the competitive nature out of the game.
I think a lot of the players would agree with you as well. And here's a shot off the face-off, and it goes wide of the net, comes all the way out. No icing that time as Youts runs it down. Britton cuts him off. He loses an edge, but he gets back up. And now the puck is pinned along the boards. Now it comes out loose in the corner. Here's Hoban with it. Hoban with the backhand, trying to get it to Britton. It goes up top. Here's Getzel with the wrister. Save, and a rebound is out front. Pierce doesn't know where it is. Now here is a wraparound by Britton, and it goes wide.
Oh, boy, he just missed that one. Britton came around, and it went right through the blue of the crease.
Now back come Toledo on offense. Here's a pass. Now back. Britton picks it off. And it's 2-on-1 if the Komets can pull it off. Here's Schrocke. Schrocke over the line, but again, he knocks it into the defenseman's legs, and it goes behind the net. Now back along the far boards. Here's a cross-ring pass. Here's Novak. Novak drops it off to Campbell. Campbell checked off the puck, and Getzel comes up with it. Getzel sends it up to Furman. Furman can't do anything with it, and the Walleye bat it right back down the ice. Red Hanley. Cross-ring pass. Here is Chalk with it. Chalk flips it in. Furman tries to run it down. Can't do it. Chalk can't glove it down. It goes out of the zone. Henley with a pass this time, goes untouched and down into the Toledo end. And it's picked up by Andre Nestoril. Nestoril can't get it over the blue line. Back come the Komets. Here's Risk. Risk over the blue line. Here's a shot. Missed it high, and it comes out the other side. Here's Nestoril, all high off the glass. Comes out to the neutral zone. Nikolic is going to wind up and send it down. Pierce will play it. He's going to leave it for Cody Lampel. Lampel over to Oreskovic. He holds it momentarily. Now ranges to his right, sends it down where it's picked up by Getzel at his own blue line. Getzel backs up, goes out to the neutral zone. Here's Risk. Risk has a man along the far boards. It's Smith. Smith now dumps it in deep. Here's Beauregard. He takes a hit. Goes down into the corner to Brett Smith again. Smith gets the puck taken away. And it's Frazee with it. Frazee along the far boards. Over the blue line. They're on sides as he drops it back to Broadhurst. Here's a shot and a save for Effinger. And Effinger left that puck right there at in the blue paint. But luckily, he got the whistle. Back in a moment. You're watching Comet Hockey on Xfinity.
Holidays are a time to look back. The Jeep Big Finish event celebrates just how far we've come with Jeep Grand Cherokee, 4x4 of the decade Jeep Wrangler, and Jeep Liberty. Our family has grown over the years, but we've always stayed true to our roots, so you can stay true to yours. Get great deals now at the Jeep Big Finish event.
Well-qualified current lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $259 a month.
The Big Finish event is on at O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Huge year-end savings with $6,000 off all remaining 2012 Town and Country vans. Finish big with an all-new 2013 Dodge Avenger or new 2013 Dodge Dart with fuel economy up to 41 miles per gallon, starting as low as $16,995. Or save $4,500 on new 2013 Chrysler 200s imported from Detroit. The Big Finish event on at O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road next to Meyer or online at o'DanielAuto.com.
Back live at the Memorial Coliseum, Shane Albahrani and Michael Franke with you. We've got a tie hockey game at 2, 13:30 to go in the third period. And here are the Walleye trying to get something going, but Brandon Marino is going to have none of that as he takes the puck and he sends it all the way down. Look at Marino chasing the puck down, but the Walleye regain possession. Here's Broadhurst with it. He sends it into the corner. Now back behind the net, it's Kishel. Kishel trying to get it over to Furman. Furman chipped out by Butler, and it comes out to the neutral zone and all the way down, and an icing is going to be called. And right there, you talk about the automatic icing. That really would not have been an icing.
No, Chalk put a little too much gas on that one out of the zone, and we get the icing. Out-of-town scores tonight. We got some finals. Cincinnati shut out Wheeling, and Wheeling 2-0. It was Greenville up over Trenton 2-0 late in the third. And a final from Reading. Evansville beat Reading by a score of 4-2. Final, South Carolina over Elmira 5-1.
Look out, here come the Icemen. We got off to that slow start, but now they've put a few wins together, and now they're looking to make a move in the North Division. They're only right now 6 points, or after the win, 5 points behind the Komets.
Offside.
And Toledo does get whistled for the offsides, and we'll have a face-off just outside the Komet zone with 12:43 to go in the game. We are tied at 2. After this one, the Komets hit the road. They do not come back to the Memorial Coliseum until December 12th. And they're going to play 2 teams from the South, Gwinnett and Orlando, on a big 5-game road trip starting next week.
Get back into the warm weather again.
I'm sure it'll be a nice little, I'm sure the guys, when they saw that on the schedule, hey, let's go to Orlando in the middle of the end of November. That'd be great.
Let's go see Mickey and Minnie.
Now here are the Walleye. They gain the offensive zone. It is kicked into the corner. Here's Joel Martin chasing it down. Now the Komets get it back along the near boards, held in by Fournier. Now the Komets with it. Here is Hoban, nice pass over to Kaylee Schrock. Tries to catch it on the back end. Here's a shot. Pierce with the save. And back come Toledo. Here's Joey Martin over the blue line. He drops it back. It was tipped, and Toledo can't hold the zone. Now it's dumped in No icing on the play. Effinger was...
Don't know why there was not an icing on that one.
Effinger, he put the arm up. He thought it was going to be called, but play continues.
Another little lineup change that Al Sims has put in here in the last period. He's put Britton on the line now with Schrock and Hoban. So that's interesting.
Puck goes off Nestoril's stick and into the Comet zone behind the net. Here's a wraparound attempt. It comes out. They didn't get the shot off. As that was Randy Rao with the wraparound. Now here's a shot from Youds from the point. It is wide of the net. Now Nestoril again trying to pick it up. And Nikolic runs it down, gets it over to Beauregard, who sends it out to neutral ice. Frazee now, he chases it down. Now here's a wrister. It's knocked down. Wrist picks it up in front of the net. And just wide of the net is Randy Rao.
Big mistake by Fort Wayne in the defensive zone as Risk just threw the puck away.
Now back come the Walleye. Out to center ice. It's Broadhurst. Broadhurst leaves it there for Frazee. Frazee can't get a shot off as he's knocked off the play by Furman. Now along the far boards, here's a shot. Effinger with an easy save. Now it goes off the glass, and it rolls down through the Toledo zone.
Henley stepped up on the forward coming in there from Toledo, and he had to make a commitment. You either got to take the puck or hit the guy. He did neither, and they walked around him like he was standing there.
Down to 10:27 to go here in the third period. We are tied up. Rookie Matt Furman, both goals for the Komets here tonight.
Hey, a little shout out tonight to Flossie Zimmerman. Flossie at home tonight, watching the game live. Flossie, we hope you're doing well. Of course, ran the Komet ticket office for many, many years back in the heyday of the franchise, back in the 60s and 70s and 80s.
There's Glenn Denning for the Walleye. He gets it out of the zone. Now they get it down into the Komet end. Here's Kishel. Kishel being pinned up against the boards. Puck comes out to Marino. Here we go, 3-on-2. Komets turning on the Jets. Here's Marino down the near boards over the blue line. Tries to get it to Chalk. Can't do it. It's picked up by Fournier. Fournier backed away. It's a 3-on-2 for Toledo this time. Marino tries to center it. Nothing there. Knocked down off the skate of Marino. Now Butler swings it around. Opposite side, it's Furman. He chips it out, and it goes all the way down.
Smart play by the young guy there. He didn't panic. He saw that a line change was needed, and he just tossed the puck out into the neutral zone.
Now it's Joey Martin. He flips it in from center ice. Getzel's going to run it down. He knocks it off the glass and down to the other end. Reskovic with it now. Now back up to number 14. That's Joey Martin. Martin over the blue line as he gets hit by Getzel. Puck in the corner, centering pass. Here's a shot, and it's missed. Joey Martin. And here's another shot. Effinger can't glove it down. Now here's Phil Rauch. He cycles it around. Chased down by Martin in the corner. He's cut off by Hoban. And it comes out to the neutral zone.
Toledo's picked it up here in the last 3 or 4 minutes. They're really skating hard.
8:52 now to go. As the crowd here wants a too many men call, they're not going to get it. But Toledo's might get a scoring chance out of it. Here's a centering pass, a shot, and a save goal.
That was 17, Kyle Rogers, putting it into an empty net again as the Komets couldn't clear the puck and Effinger couldn't hold on to the rebound. And, another easy one for the Toledo Walleye. But they had put the pressure on. They walked around the defense 2 or 3 times there, and we're just not seeing a lot of smart play by the Fort Wayne defense in their own zone here tonight. And the Toledo Walleye are Johnny on the spot. They're picking up all the trash and putting it in the back of the net. I know that Komets are upset because of they thought there were too many men on the ice, but you can't count on a penalty until the referee puts his arm up in the air, and that may have had something to do with their poor play in the defensive zone.
So the Walleye now up 3-2, and now they go right back to the well. Here's Nestoril. He couldn't get a shot. He's now down in the corner. He swings it around. Here's a shot on Effinger. He knocks it down, can't control it, And the Walleye hold the zone. Here's Nestoril. Gets it poked away by Nikolic, but he gets it back, and he's able to get a shot off, and Effinger makes the stop.
Yeah, they come at you all the time. Toledo comes at you all the time, and they're constantly on you. And unless you're in that mode of moving the puck quickly, you're going to have a hard time against a team like Toledo because they don't give up. They just keep on going.
8:13 now to go in the hockey game. 3-2 Toledo. Here's Brandon Marino. Gets it up to Furman as it's poke checked away. And now Risk is going to send it all the way around to the other side. Here's Chalk. He gets checked off by Lample. Now it goes behind the net. Centering pass. Here's Marino in front. Got a penalty called.
Yeah, there's a penalty on Toledo.
And it's going to come all the way out to center ice where the Walleye touch it. And we're going to have a hook.
Well, and it seems like any time Fort Wayne is able to muster any energy in the Toledo zone, Toledo gets a penalty. I mean, it's happened 3 or 4 times tonight. And again, Matt Furman, the young kid's right in the middle of everything.
And it's going to be Luke Glendenning, the guilty party. Gets sent off for 2 minutes. Hooking is the call. And now it is a 5-on-4 situation for the Komets. Colin Chalk in the face-off circle. He takes the drop. Marino over to Butler. Butler on the point. Now back to Chalk. Now he swings it around to Marino behind the net. Marino goes out other side. Here's a shot. Oh, and deflected off the Walleye defenseman and wide. Here is Butler back into the corner. Komets moving the puck well here early on in this power play. Here's Chalk with it. Chalk steps up, goes up top to Butler. Butler winds up, and the shot is knocked down by Kyle Rogers. Here it's 2-on-1 break for the Walleye. Here's a shot, and it goes wide of the net, and it comes all the way out. Toledo chasing it down. Marino is able to hold it in. I think we're going to have a hand pass. Yep.
Yeah. 1:22 left on the power play for Fort Wayne. 7:13 left in the period in the game. 3-2 Toledo over Fort Wayne.
Face-off comes outside the Toledo zone. This time it's going to be a Risk to take the draw. He'll be in there with Brian Frazee. A Risk wins it, drops it back to the new guy, Getzel. Getzel dumps it in. It goes behind the net. Now here's a Risk fighting with Phil Roush. Now a big pile up behind the net. Draws a lot of bodies.
Well, Toledo's winning these little battles. Fort Wayne's got 2 or 3 guys in there, and Toledo comes out with the puck. And, that's just good effort from Toledo's standpoint.
Here's Getzel running it down behind his own net. Now here's Beauregard. Beauregard over the blue line. And they're going to be offsides. Well, during this little mini slump the K's have been in, Beauregard has been kind of slump-proof since being picked up 3 weeks ago. He's got 6 goals in a Comet uniform, and he only had 1 with San Francisco through the first few weeks of the season.
Yeah, offensively in the last couple of weeks, outside of before tonight, Risk, Marino, and then Beauregard, there's been very little scoring by the Komets. Very little scoring from the Komet defense, as we talked about earlier, and I think Fort Wayne's going to call a timeout. There just seems to be no system in place here. Everybody looks like they're a little befuddled on the Fort Wayne bench, and Al Sims is going to bring them over.
We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Komet Hockey on Xfinity.
Get deals like these at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep. The big finish is big, really big. Save up to $4,200 on the Chrysler 200. The new Dodge Dart gets 41 miles per gallon and has a lease payment of only $199 per month. Get up to $10,000 in total savings on a 2012 Ram 1500 Crew Bighorn 4x4. Save even more by getting a minimum of $3,000 for your trade during the big finish at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep under the giant American flag and online at glenbrookdodge.com.
Who got the 3rd goal for them?
Rogers.
Okay.
Back live at the Memorial Coliseum. Shane Albahrani with you. Alongside me is Michael Franke. And the Komets coming off a timeout, trying to get the power play working as Colin Chalk is sent out of the face-off circle. And they still win the draw. Here is Getzel. Getzel pushes it up to Chalk. Chalk is going to flip it in to the Toledo zone. Here's Youds running it down. Youds clears it all the way out to the blue line. It gets over it, and Getzel now runs it down for the K's. Hands it off to Butler. Butler flips it in on goal. It's wide, and it goes into the corner. Now Chalk sends it all the way around. Here's Marino up top. Marino down low. It goes to Chalk. Chalk getting a check there by Joey Ryan. Ryan and Chalk battling for it. Marino comes in to help out, and Marino comes away with it. Here's a shot. Pierce the save. Sent all the way around and out of the zone. It goes as the penalty is over. We're back to skating even up. Here's a shot on Effinger. A save. And Chalk picks up the puck in the corner. Chalk swings it around, and it's picked up. Here's Gensel. Gensel skips over the blue line as he sends it into the corner. Lampel runs it down. Now along the far boards it goes. Coetzee sends it down, but Henley is right there to push it right back. Now Lampel behind his own net. Tries to get it over to Fournier. Henley checks Fournier off the play, and it comes out to the red line where Henley bats it right back down. Lampel behind the net, swings it over to Fournier. Now it's kept in by Hoban. Here's a shot, Chalk in front, a shot, another shot blocked. And the Komets go to the well, and they come up empty. Now it's 2-1-1 the other way. Here's Fournier with a shot, and he goes high above the crossbar and out of play.
Well, that line was really putting a lot of pressure down deep in the zone. That time Thorne and Schrock and Hoban were trying to get something done. They put the puck to the net but couldn't score.
We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Comet Hockey on Xfinity.
It only happens once a year, and you can get deals like these at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep. The big finish is big, really big. Save up to $4,200 on the Chrysler 200. The new Dodge Dart gets 41 miles per gallon and has a lease payment of only $199 per month. Get up to $10,000 in total savings on a 2012 Ram 1500 Crew Bighorn 4x4. Save even more by getting a minimum of $3,000 for your trade during the big finish at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep under the giant American flag and online at glenbrookdodge.com.
It's been a big year at Chrysler. And a year this big deserves a big finish. Get a great deal at the Chrysler Big Finish event. Get $3,500 total cash allowance or 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash on the 23rd.
Back live at Memorial Coliseum. We've got 4:48 left to go in the hockey game. Komets trail it 3-2 to the Toledo Walleye. Time running out for the Komets. As here's John Michael Risk. He sends a cross-ring pass over to Brett Smith, who sends it deep into the zone. Here's Beauregard. Beauregard off the skates of Risk. And out the other side, here's Nikolic. He is going to get checked off the plate. Risk in the corner, battling down low. Smith can't handle it. Now it goes behind the net. Picked up by the Walleye. And all the way out. Here's Beauregard, who gets checked hard by Nestoril. And Nestoril comes away with the puck, and he chips it all the way down to Effinger. Now here's Randy Rao with a shot. It goes off the leg of Risk. Back up to the point. And Britton almost got away with it. Nice play there by Youds to regain possession. As they dump it in, it's chased down by Tyler Butler. Butler and Frazee now battle. And it's picked up by Broadhurst. Broadhurst behind the net, looking to wrap it around. It goes off the side of the net, and back come the Komets. Not for long.
Toledo is just all over. You know, you cannot take a second break there. They're all over you.
Here's Chalk over the blue line, but it's offsides.
one thing that I noticed with Toledo is they're constantly skating. They're constantly moving their feet. And Fort Wayne is doing a lot of stopping and starting, and they're being caught from behind several times tonight. And that makes it very, very difficult to try to accumulate any offensive threat at all.
Down to 3:26 to go in the game. 3-2 Toledo. As Joey Ryan sends it all the way around. Henley tries to stop it in the corner. Now it's tied up along the far boards. Glendenning and Henley and Furman in there as well. Now it scoots out. Chalk tries to move it out to Marino and does. Marino scoots it over to Furman. Furman is going to cycle it around. And here's Marino again trying to get Furman behind the net. Furman couldn't control it, and here's Youds up with it. Youds out to center ice where it's intercepted by Marino, and Marino got it taken right back away by Glendenning. Here's a wrister high of the net. And over the glove of Effinger.
2:40 to go.
Here's a shot. Effinger with the save. He leaves a fat rebound, and Effinger can't get to it, and finally he does. Oh, he left that one right on the doorstep. And he was able to sprawl out and cover the puck and draw the whistle.
Well, one thing you've seen from both goaltenders tonight, they both swim around a lot in their crease down on their pads, and that's that butterfly goaltending that we're seeing with most goaltenders now. But what happens is you end up out of position quite often.
Down to 2:30 to go in the game. Time running out for the Komets. They trail it by 1.
3-on-2.
3-on-2. Yep, here's a shot and a save. Thorne with the initial shot. Pierce is able to hang on. And that is going to bring a face-off deep in the Toledo zone.
Again, there's your third line. They're putting a lot of pressure on. They just cannot buy a goal. On that line, Schrock is still goalless throughout the season. Hoban has not scored a goal yet, and Thorne has 2. And, if they keep this kind of energy up, the goals will come. But up to this point, nothing for most of them. There's a penalty on Marino.
And Marino, yep, he's going to get called. He got tied up with Orskovic. So a free play here for Toledo. They come down. Here's Martin with it. Along the far boards, and the Komets touch it up, and there's the whistle. Hooking is the call.
Well, it'll kind of negate trying to pull the goalie late in the game for the extra man by getting the penalty. And I understand that was a penalty. I'm not so sure in the last 2.5 minutes of a game I'm going to call that on either side. It's one of those deals where the stick got caught in the player's equipment, and but it was called nevertheless. So Toledo basically playing the rest of the game with an extra man.
That was the 8th hooking call on the Komets during this 6-game stretch. So they've taken an awful lot of penalties, 33 minors, and 7 of them were hooking calls, and now here's another one. 1:56 to go in the hockey game. Toledo with the extra goal up on the board, and they've got the extra man as they gain the Komet zone. Here's Risk with it. Risk is able to clear it out as he sends it down into the corner. Goes to Pierce. Pierce trying to find it. He's got it. Now he was looking to dump it off, but couldn't do that safely, so he hangs on to it, and we'll have a face-off in the Toledo zone. Pierce definitely wanted to keep the clock moving, but couldn't dump it off, so we got a face-off in the Toledo zone to the right of the goaltender, Pierce. If Pierce hangs on, it's going to be his 5th win in a row. Smith will take the face-off. He's in there with Kyle Rogers. Rogers wins the draw. And here's Fournier behind the net. He sends it up the ice, and now it goes into the Komet zone. Here's Youds with it, now along the far boards. Battles it out with Furman. And the Komets are able to move it out. Here's Smith.
Smith. Goalie's coming out for Fort Wayne with 1:07 to go. Goalie's out.
So we skate 5-on-5 here. But there's an empty net at the other end. Here's Nestoril. Nestoril to Youds. Youds gets accosted by Chalk. Chalk can't get the puck out. Now Beauregard in there to help out. And now we get the puck batted out by Kyle Rogers with the hand.
40 seconds to go. 40 seconds to go.
Nestoril off the boards. It's able to skip over the blue line. Now Beauregard has it. Beauregard out to center ice. Here's Getzel. Over to Britton. Now a backhand pass to Chalk. Chalk gets it in deep, down to 30 seconds. And Toledo clears it all the way down. Getzel chases it down. No icing on the play. Komets have got to hurry up, down to 16 seconds. Chalk fakes the shot, goes down low.
Yeah, Colin Chalk made a bad play there. He had plenty of guys wide open, and
Nestoril gets around the D, and he's going to add an empty netter.
Chalk had a guy wide open coming over the blue line, but tucked his head down and threw it in the corner. And Toledo takes the puck away and comes down and scores the empty net goal. But that personifies, from Fort Wayne's perspective, the type of game it was tonight. Just a lot of missed opportunities, poor passing, poor judgment, and at times poor effort.
4-2 is the score. Effinger comes back into the hockey game, as we'll have one final face-off here from center ice. Hoban's going to take it. Puck is dropped, and that'll do it. Komets fall 4-2 here at home to the Toledo Walleye. We'll be back to wrap it up. We'll wrap it up in just a moment. You are watching Comet Hockey on Xfinity.
Join the Komets for Comcast Report Card Night. If you have an A on your report card, you've earned a free ticket to the game. Get your free ticket now at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum Ticket Office. Call 260-483-0011 for more information.
Get your tickets early.
The Big Finish event is on at O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Huge year-end savings with $6,000 off all remaining 2012 Town and Country vans. Finish big with an all-new 2013 Dodge Avenger or new 2013 Dodge Dart with fuel economy up to 41 miles per gallon, starting as low as $16,995. Or save $4,500 on new 2013 Chrysler 200s imported from Detroit. The Big Finish event on at O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road next to Meyer or online at o'danielauto.com.
The Dodge Big Finish event is going to make the season even brighter with Dodge Charger and its 31 mpg highway, Dodge Journey, the most versatile crossover in its class, and Dodge Grand Caravan, the most awarded best-selling minivan ever. Let's see the neighbors compete with that. Get great deals now at the Dodge Big Finish event.
Well-qualified current lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on Journey SXT front-wheel drive for $199 a month.
It only happens once a year, and you can get deals like these at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep. The Big Finish is big, really big. Save up to $4,200 on the Chrysler 200. The new Dodge Dart gets 41 miles per gallon and has a lease payment of only $199 per month. Get up to $10,000 in total savings on a 2012 Ram 1500 Crew Bighorn 4x4. Save even more by getting a minimum of $3,000 for your trade during the Big Finish at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep under the giant American flag and online at glenbrookdodge.com.
Back live at the Memorial Coliseum, wrapping things up as the Toledo Walleye come into Fort Wayne, and they take another one from the Fort Wayne Komets, 4-2 on a game where, you know what, sometimes the effort just doesn't seem to be there. The Komets kind of skated around their own end there in the first period, and they just got behind and just could not get things going.
No, they just couldn't get on track again tonight, and very reminiscent of most of the games with Toledo this year. The Komets have won over there. Toledo has won in Fort Wayne, and it's really odd as we start looking at the highlights from this game. But there's the fight with Maggio.
Maggio and Ryan. Maggio gets his second game misconduct in as many games against Toledo. And here's the first goal by Terry Braunhurst of the Walleye. And there's Matt Furman on the hustle goal. He just came right down and tipped it underneath Pierce's leg. And then it's going to be the Walleye coming right back. That time it was Glenn Denning with a wide open net. That made it a 2-1 hockey game. And then Furman is going to come down again. Or actually, no, here's the hit. Tyler Butler got called for boarding. That was on Ryan as he fought with Ryan. That was the second one of the night. And then here's Furman, who just flips it in on the net. It goes off of the glove of Pierce. And Pierce was 2 soft goals away from having a shutout tonight because he played pretty solid. But then again, the Komets really didn't make him work a whole lot. As here was another attempt by the Komets. It didn't work out.
That was Britt coming around. He had a chance to put the Komets up.
Here was Schrock, who was hammering away at it. Could not get it past him.
That line played well for Fort Wayne tonight with Schrock, Thorne. Britton was on it for a while, and of course Hoban at center. And they need that kind of energy. You need that energy from a third line.
And then here is the final look at the score sheet. Walleye win at 4-2. Andre Nestoril adds the empty netter to put the icing on it. Shots in the game, Walleye 27, Komets 25. 23 apiece is the saves for either goaltender. Penalties at 7-28 for the Komets, 5-16 for the Walleye. And the penalty kills, two power play goals for the Walleye tonight. Komets 0 for 3, and that is just a microcosm of what's going on now the past 7 games with the Fort Wayne Komets. They were able to stay out of the penalty box pretty much, but again, the penalty kill just wasn't there.
No, it wasn't there, and you know, when you give up 2 power plays out of 4, you're not going to win too many hockey games, and the penalty kill needs to be scrapped, and from Fort Wayne's perspective, and something new has to come into play because the box is breaking down deep in the Komet zone during the penalty kill. Earlier in the year, that was not happening, and there just seems to be a lot of miscommunication in the defensive zone. Guys not talking to each other and just not playing any system at all, and it's really showing because I'll tell you, every night there's 1 or 2 power play goals by the other team, and usually that is the difference in the game, especially when you're only scoring 2 goals a game.
Well, again, the final score of 4-2. We will take a break and have some final thoughts after these commercial moments. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Common Hockey on Xfinity.
It only happens once a year, and you can get deals like these at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep. The big finish is big, really big. Save up to $4,200 on the Chrysler 200. The new Dodge Dart gets 41 miles per gallon and has a lease payment of only $199 per month. Get up to $10,000 in total savings on a 2012 Ram 1500 Crew Bighorn 4x4. Save even more by getting a minimum of $3,000 for your trade during the big finish at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep under the giant American flag and online at glenbrookdodge.com.
Well, it's that time of year again. Time to get a holiday deal on a Ram truck. A truck that will pretty much haul anything. With a legendary Hemi engine and proven durability that goes the distance. And while most families bring their tree to the house, Ram families bring their house to the tree. Get a great deal at the Ram Big Finish event.
Get $6,200 total values or 0% APR plus a down payment match up to $1,500 on the 2012 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
Stupid rain. Yeah, you know it does that.
You don't have Xfinity?
No.
Right.
So.
I can think of other ways we can entertain ourselves.
Oh yeah, that's on. Sure. Maybe we'll keep it higher.
No,
yeah,
that's
Ditch satellite for a better TV experience, rain or shine. Experience Xfinity. Sign up for a great offer today. Call 1-800-XFINITY.
The Big Finish event is on at O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Huge year-end savings with $6,000 off all remaining 2012 Town and Country vans. Finish big with an all-new 2013 Dodge Avenger or new 2013 Dodge Dart with fuel economy up to 41 miles per gallon, starting as low as $16,995. Or save $4,500 on new 2013 Chrysler 200s imported from Detroit. The Big Finish event on at O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road next to Meyer or online at o'danielauto.com.
Back live at the Memorial Coliseum and wrapping things up where the Komets fall to the Walleye 4-2. And Komets have now dropped 2 in a row as they hit a long road trip. The next 5 are on the road, and it starts with Gwinnett, the top team in the ECHL. We've seen them twice here at the Coliseum, and that is one of the fastest teams I've seen in a long time.
Yes, it is, and that is going to maybe be what the doctor orders for Fort Wayne, as the hustle aspect at times just isn't there, and hopefully getting on the road will pull Fort Wayne out of the streak, the negative streak at home, and quite frankly over the last 7 games. Toledo, on the other hand, very similarly, having problems at home but doing well on the road. So kind of a strange situation for both teams, but you know, Toledo comes up with the big 4-2 win tonight, and they go home